We're here at Cwelcwelt Kuc, translation to We Are Well garden in our language, Secwepemc. And yeah, this is one of our projects among many others that we're doing right now. The garden is a place where we grow fruits and vegetables and are developing land-based healing, but it's also kind of the microcosm of how we're expanding out into our territory in the neighboring ecosystems and how we're going to care for that.
We're reconnecting, we're growing our own foods, we're practicing our ways of being with the earth again, and just want to bring people in with, you know, the movement of just coming together again as people of the land.
The Working Group on Indigenous Food Sovereignty is made up of representatives from diverse areas of focus and communities of practice. The main goal is to increase awareness of the unique issues, concerns, situations, and strategies impacting the ability of our people to be food sovereign. The goals is to scale deep, scale out, and scale up our capacity to lead and live the reality of food sovereignty.
So I really feel like the work that we do is so important because it helps to reconnect people to their spirit, to their culture, and to the land that they're on.
Food will be what brings the people together. The Cwelcwelt Kuc garden is building on that to bring the people together, to bring the community together, use food sovereignty as a framework for restoring our health and you know, facilitating the healing of our people by going back into our blood memory.
There used to be a lot of garbage over here, lots of garbage, and it was not a good place to be. It was kind of scary sometimes. So with the garden and with the community that's been around it, it feels more safety. It's like a place where you want to be.
So through all the work we've done over the years, it's culminated in several projects. And so now we have this amazing garden that has become an Indigenous food land in the urban environment in what's known as so-called Vancouver.
Well, I hope to see like a food forest really well established in the coming 5 to 10 years, and I hope to see like a really big crew of urban Indigenous people and especially youth like that had get like the skills to keep like replicating this type of work all over around.
But our project actually goes far beyond the garden as well. So we want to show a model of food sovereignty and that really looks at restoring Indigenous food lands on the broader ecological and the cultural scope and scale of the way our people understand it, beyond the arbitrary kind of boundaries of privatized plots of agricultural land.
Those industrial, you know, builds, they're so huge, and the monocrops and things like that, the soil, it just gets depleted, and then the amount of water that's wasted.
We also know that agriculture is one of the most destructive human activities on the planet.
You know, and what we're doing and wanting to do is build that knowledge around how can we work with the land to build it, not destroy it and not deplete it, and you know, so that can carry on for future generations.
We've developed a decolonizing food system cross-cultural framework based on Indigenous pedagogy. So our framework it applies an Indigenous methodology to work through how our Indigenous food sovereignty interfaces with the colonial reality from various diverse areas of focus, whether that's economy or relationship to land or health, whether it's even just looking at food security and what that means to us beyond just an income-oriented solution. What we're doing on the ground here matters a lot in the way that the world has come to acknowledge the important and very significant role that Indigenous peoples play in conserving the last remaining fragments of the biocultural heritage of humanity. So just by essence of that alone, I think it warrants increased support. But I think in order to support it in a really meaningful way, it would need to be institutional level funding. I think it's very challenging for us to continue to administer and acquire funding, smaller pots of funding here and there, that when really what we need to compete and balance out the imbalances of privilege and power is a higher scale of funding and support.
I think we still need to do, and a lot of our people still do, the traditional harvesting with the deer, the berries, the fish, but we also have to supplement our diet by growing good organic food, because we really need to promote the health of our people. There's just huge rates of diabetes, heart disease, and now drug and alcohol addictions. So we know that food is a really, really good medicine for our people.
So Indigenous plants being restored in the land doesn't just help Indigenous people, it helps birds, bees, it helps children, it brings better air quality for everybody, and it brings harmony. And
you really need a village to be food sovereign. It's not something you can do in a small nuclear family. You need to cooperate, and there's all these values of the social values that we really want to see kind of realized more fully in the garden. And I'm excited about the fact that we're coming to realize more fully our ability to regenerate and heal and connect to the power of nature to do that.